Good morning. Thank you for joining me for Vinyasa Yoga. This is a class that I wrote 8 years ago, and it's a festive flow for the holidays. Now, I don't use music in my videos because of copyright and also just the sound gets distorted. So I'm going to try to post a link to the Spotify playlist that goes along with this class. And this class is meant for you to have fun, get that body moving, and build a little heat. So we're going to start today in Sukhasana, easy pose. Bring your arms by your sides. As you inhale, arms sweep up. And as you exhale, arms come back down. So you're moving with your breath at your own pace here, just lifting and lowering the arms. Moving with your breath, inhale and exhale are equal. The next time the arms are up overhead, allow the palms to come together to touch. As you exhale, hands come to your heart. Take your left hand behind the left hip. Right hand comes to the top of the left knee. Press down through your sit bones. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, begin to twist to the left. To come out of the pose, root down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. Slowly bring yourself back to center. Take that right hand behind the right hip. Left hand comes to the top of that right knee. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to twist to the right. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. So here, you're going to reverse the legs, readjust the sit bones. Take that left hand behind the left hip. Right hand comes to the top of the left knee. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Root down once again. Inhale, grow tall. Slowly come back to center. Take that right hand behind the right hip. Left hand, top of the right knee. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Root down through your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. So from here, we're going to take our legs out nice and long, coming to Dandasana. So from Dandasana, we're going to take the legs out wide like a V. Keep the feet flexed here. Now, we're going to be forward folding, but notice we are already in a forward fold, so if you can't go further, that's okay. If you can, arms sweep up, and then as you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward, only as far as is comfortable for you. Then you'll bring your hands down to the ground. As you inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, hinge from those hips. Perhaps you can fold further. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Start to walk the hands back towards the body. Bring the legs back to just femur width apart, and then we'll come to all fours, hands and knees. from all fours, take a breath in. As you exhale, shift the hips to the heels, the chest to the thighs. And as you inhale, bring yourself back up, all fours. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale up, all fours. The next time you come to all fours, pause there. As you inhale, the right arm and the left leg sweep out parallel to the mat. Reach through those right fingertips, reach through the left heel, bring that navel in towards your spine. Lower the right hand, lower the left knee. On the next inhale, the left arm and the right leg sweep out. Lower the left hand, lower the right knee. Shift back to child's pose. Bring yourself back up, all fours. From here, we'll move into downward facing dog. So curl the toes under. Start to shift the hips towards the heels. Knees lift. As you press back, coming to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come back up all fours, and once again, we'll shift back to downward facing dog. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. One more time, bring yourself up to all fours and we'll shift back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. From here, sweep the right leg out behind you. And then you're going to step that right foot forward between the hands, or just pick up the foot and move it. Lower the left knee, uncurl the toes. As you inhale, arms sweep up as hips lower towards the mat. Lower the hands to the inside of that right foot. Press the knee into the shoulder into the knee, and sweep the left arm up towards the sky. Lower that left hand and begin to twist to the right, reaching the right fingertips towards the sky. Lower the right hand to the outside of the right foot, and then you're going to bring that right hand to the inside of the right foot. Here, you're going to come down to your forearms, and some people might be able to do that and some may not. So if you can't, you'll stay up on the hands. You can also put the forearms on top of blocks if you'd like. So here, you're hugging your right knee into the right shoulder. Come back up onto your hands. Take the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Step that right knee back to meet the left, and we're going to shift back to downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg out behind you. Step it forward between the hands. Lower the right knee, uncurl the toes. Inhale, arms sweep up, hips lower towards the mat. Place the hands to the inside of the left foot. Left knee presses into the shoulder, shoulder into the knee. Sweep the right arm up towards the sky. Lower the right hand. Begin to twist to the left as the left arm sweeps up. Take the left hand to the inside of the left foot. And if it's okay for you, you'll come down to those forearms. Breathe here. Bring yourself back up to your hands. Take that left hand to the outside of the left foot. Take the left knee back to meet the right. Curl the toes under. Shift those hips back. Knees lift as you press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. From here, sweep that right leg out behind you and bend the right knee. Float the body forward. You're going to take that right knee towards the right wrist, right ankle towards the left wrist, lower the shin, lower the left knee, uncurl the toes. So I've got to move this thing, it's in the way. So this pose can seem pretty impossible. The right shin in a perfect world would be parallel to the top of the mat, but look how not parallel mine is. Over time, with flexibility, the leg will get more parallel to the top of the mat. It's perfectly fine to wedge a block beneath that right glute. Walk the hands back in line with the hips, shoulder blades together and down the back. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to walk your hands forward. Coming down to those forearms, crossing the forearms in front of you and resting the forehead. Here, bring the awareness to that left hip, left glute. See if you can relax, let go, release. Come back up onto those forearms. Then place the hands underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes under on the left foot. Let that knee float up, and we're going to press back to a three-legged dog. So the right foot sweeps up to the sky, and then lower it down to the mat. Left leg sweeps up. Bend the knee. Float forward as you take that left knee towards the left wrist, left ankle towards the right wrist. Uncurl the toes. Lower that right knee. Bring the hands in line with those hips. Shoulder blades together and down your back. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, walk those hands forward. Coming down to the forearms, eventually crossing the forearms in front of you, resting that forehead. Breathe. Let go. Release. Inhale and exhale are equal. Bring yourself back up onto those forearms, hands beneath the shoulders. Curl the toes under on the right foot, the knee floats up, and then press yourself back, three-legged dog. Lower the left foot, coming back to downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. You can gently turn that head from side to side. And then bring the hands to the hips, press down through the feet, coming up to Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, we'll move into Sun Salutation A. As you inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. As you inhale, bring yourself up halfway. So your hands slide up the shins, back parallel to the mat, crown of the head reaching forward and feet pressing into the floor. Exhale, fold forward. Step the right foot back, followed by the left. So we come to plank. For this first one, I'll lower my knees, which is perfectly fine. Inner elbows, look at the space in front of you. Then begin to bend the elbows towards the space behind you as you hug them into the body. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to cobra pose. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Curl your toes under. Shift back to downward facing dog. Step your feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge, folding forward. Inhale up, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the feet back to plank. So this time I'm going to do the plank with the knees up. And I'm going to float forward to the tops of my toes and then begin to bend those elbows, hugging them into the body. So in Chaturanga, you're really hovering. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Bhujangasana. Curl the toes under, shift back and rest. So we come to downward facing dog. You could also take child's pose here. Allow yourself this moment to come back to the breath. Start to walk those feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. I think that might have been my first Chaturanga since I had hurt my shoulder. I forgot all about it. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from those hips, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step the feet back to plank. So I'm going to lower my knees again just because I don't want to re-injure my shoulder. This is my first time doing Chaturangas in a while. Slowly bend those elbows, lowering down. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to cobra pose. Curl the toes under, shift back, down dog. Step the feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Step back to plank, knees up or down, your choice. Slowly lower down for Chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Bhujangasana. Curl the toes under, shift back and rest. downward facing dog, or child's pose. Begin to walk the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through those feet. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step the feet back, plank. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to bhujangasana. Curl the toes under, shift back. Adho Mukha, Svanasana. Step the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, step back to plank. Slowly lower down. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising. Curl those toes under. Shift back, rest here. So I mentioned I took a workshop the other day. It was fascinating. It was Iyengar yoga for breast cancer. And just because I took the training, I am certainly not qualified to teach it. But what I probably could do is put people in touch with someone who is qualified. So if there's anybody who is in the midst of treatment or recovery, let me know if that's something you'd be interested in exploring. Start to walk the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. So this time we're going to hold our forward fold, Uttanasana. See if you can grasp opposite elbows and just let the trunk of the body sway naturally. Release the elbows, placing the hands on the mat, and step back to downward facing dog. Sweep that right leg out behind you and then step the right foot forward between the hands so we come to a lunge. You can keep your fingertips on the ground. Hands can come to the top of that right knee, or you can extend those arms out, reaching them towards the sky. So here, we're going to press down through the feet, turning the left toes out slightly, placing the sole of the left foot on the mat, coming up to Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Bring your hands together at the heart. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to twist to your left. Extend the arms out, parallel to your mat for Warrior 2, gazing out over those right fingertips. Cartwheel the hands down, one on either side of your right foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Sweep that left leg out behind you. Step it forward between the hands. So we come to our lunge. You can keep those fingertips on the ground. You could bring the hands to the top of the left knee or extend those arms out, reaching towards the sky. So you're going to turn those right toes out slightly, lowering the heel to the mat, coming to Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. And I apologize, I'm facing the wrong way, so I'm going to turn my back to you for just a moment. Bring those hands together at the heart. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you'll twist to the right. Arms come out parallel to your mat. Gaze out over the left fingertips. Cartwheel the hands down, one on either side of that left foot. Step back, down dog. Start to walk the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. After I adjust my wardrobe. And then bring those hands together at the heart. So keep those knees nice and soft here and shift the weight over to your left foot. The right foot becomes light. You can press the foot against the ankle, the calf, or the upper inner thigh. Just skip your knee. So you're pressing the foot into the leg, pressing the leg into the foot. So we don't want our hip to jut out to the side here. Keep your navel drawn in. Crown of the head reaches tall. Focus on something not moving. That's your drishti, your gazing point. If you feel stable, arms reach up, and those tree branches can grow. Don't forget to breathe here. Bring the hands back together, down in front of your heart. You can lower your right foot, shake those legs out a little bit. And then we come back to Tadasana with the hands together at the heart. This time, with soft knees, we'll shift the weight over to the right foot. The left foot becomes light. You can press it against the ankle, calf, or upper inner thigh. Press the foot into the leg. Press the leg into the foot. Keep the navel drawn in and the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. If you feel stable, arms reach up, tree branches grow. Breathe. Bring those hands back together up overhead. Lower them in front of your heart. Lower the left foot. Shake the legs out. And if you're not already, turn to face the top of the mat. As you inhale, arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend the knees like you're sitting on the edge of your chair. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slide your hips back as if you're all the way in your chair. Focus on your breath here. Bring the hands together at the heart. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to twist to the left, but then look down at your knees. Often if we twist, that right knee sometimes might come forward. We don't want it to. So make sure you're really stable and that you're twisting at the belly. If you'd like, you can stay just like this or bring the outside of the right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Come back to center. Press down through the feet to come up. Arms by your sides. I'm going to turn around just so I'm not putting my back to you again. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees, sit on the edge of your chair. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slide the hips back. Hands come together at the heart. Take a breath in. As you exhale, twist to the right, keeping those knees in line. And then optionally, you can take that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Remember to breathe. Slowly come back to center. Press down through the feet to bring yourself up. I'm just going to turn back around. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. From here, step back to downward facing dog. Sweep that right leg out behind you. Bend the knee. As you float forward, take that right knee towards the right wrist, right ankle towards the left wrist. Lower the shin of the left leg and uncurl the toes. Hands come back in line with the hips. Start to walk the hands forward, bringing the forearms down to the ground and then crossing the forearms in front of you, resting that forehead. Again, bringing the awareness to the right hip, right glute, relaxing, letting go. Come back up onto the forearms. Place the hands right beneath the shoulders. Curl the toes under on that left foot, and we'll shift back to that three-legged dog. Lower the right foot. Sweep that left leg out behind you. Bend the knee. Float forward, taking that left knee to the left wrist, left ankle to the right wrist. Lower the right knee, uncurl those toes. Hands walk back in line with the hips, and here I'm taking a bit more of a back bend by reaching up through the sternum. And then start to walk the hands forward, coming down to those forearms and then crossing the forearms, resting the forehead. Come back up onto those forearms. Place the hands right beneath the shoulders. Curl the toes under on that right foot. The knee floats up, and then we press back to the three-legged dog. Lower that left foot. Start to bend your knees. Go back down into child's pose. Rest here. Bring your hands back by your knees, and you're going to press yourself up so you're sitting on your heels. Take your left hand behind the left hip, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and you'll begin to twist to the left. Slowly come back to center. Left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind the right hip, twist to the right. Slowly come back to center. So we're going to come to seated, and we'll extend our legs out nice and long, coming to Dandasana, staff pose. Bend your left knee, sole of the foot comes to the floor, And then take that left hand behind the left hip. Wrap the right arm around the left knee and make sure this left knee stays pointing to the sky and the right toes stay pointing to the sky. Root down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, twist to your left into that bent leg. Root down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. Let your left knee open up out to the left. If you have a strap, you can use it here. You don't need it. But if you have one, you'll bend your right knee to place the strap around the ball of the foot and then extend the leg long. Root down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Slowly bring yourself back up. You can remove your strap. Extend that left leg long to meet the right. And then we'll bend the right knee. Take the right hand behind the right hip. Left arm around that right knee. Root down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. And as you exhale, twist to your right. Press down, inhale, lengthen, slowly come back to center and let that right knee open up out to the right. If you have your strap, you can use it. If not, no big deal. I'll do this side without a strap so you can see that if needed. You'll just inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. So you don't have to touch your toes here. You could bring your hands to your quad or your calf. Slowly walk the hands back towards the body. If you're using a strap, you can remove it. Extend that right leg long to meet the left. So again, we're going to take our legs out like a V. On the inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge forward. When you reach your maximum, just bring the hands to the mat or the ground. Then inhale, lengthen, and maybe as you exhale, you can fold a little further. Start to walk the hands back towards the body. Bring the legs back to Dandasana. Then you're going to bend both of your knees. Place the soles of the feet on your mat. Hold on to those knees and just rock back onto your back. So you're going to keep those knees hugged in. Bring the arms out like a T, palms face the sky. Press the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Lower that right leg until it's about 2 inches away from the ground, and then you'll bring it back up. Lower the left leg until it's about 2 inches away from the ground. Bring it back up. So you can repeat that, or for more of a challenge, you'll lower both legs until they're about 2 inches away from the ground and bring them back up. So whatever is better for you. If you're doing alternates, 2 more on each leg. If you're doing both legs, 4 more. When you finish, you can hug those knees into the chest. Rock side to side. keep your knees hugged in. Bring them out like a V. Take those arms between the legs, grasping the pinky toe sides of the feet. And then let the soles of the feet look up towards the sky. You can rock side to side here for happy baby. And now take the peace fingers of both hands, grasp your big toes. Extend through the heels, make a nice big V with the legs, and if you'd like, you can rock side to side here. Start to draw those legs together, arms come together. And then lower the legs down to the ground as those arms lower up overhead. Take a nice full body stretch here. We're going to move into Shavasana, and then after Shavasana, we'll be doing a short meditation. For a traditional Shavasana, you'll just lay on your back. Legs aren't zipped together. Allow the feet to flop open. Arms are by your sides, palms face the sky, and the arms are just a few inches away from the body. Relax your jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth, and let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let the eyes rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of your body and the space around you. Start to make subtle movements that might feel good, like wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes. Stretch through the arms and the legs. We're going to stay laying down for our meditation. So go ahead and just bring the arms back by your sides. Palms face the sky. And keep the eyes closed. This meditation relaxes the skeletal muscles. It helps to get rid of strain and fatigue and energize the body and mind. During this meditation, resist the tendency to drift off. Keep the mind alert. Bring the awareness to your scalp and your forehead. Eyebrows and eyes. Nose. Bring the awareness to your cheeks and your mouth, jaw and chin, throat and neck. Become aware of the shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands, fingers, and fingertips. Become aware again of the fingers, hands, wrists, lower arms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders, chest, upper back, and heart center. Now bring the awareness to the stomach, navel region, lower back, pelvic region, upper legs, knees, lower legs, feet, and toes. Bring the awareness back to the toes, feet, lower legs, knees, upper legs, pelvic region, lower back, navel region, stomach, heart center, upper back, chest, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands, fingers, fingertips, fingers, hands, wrists, lower arms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders, throat and neck, jaw and chin, cheeks and mouth, nose, eyebrows and eyes, forehead and scalp. Start to deepen the breath, making subtle movements. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. You can turn that head gently from side to side and even open the mouth wide to stretch the jaw. And stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. Roll to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed if you'd like, bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. And once you get there, you can bring your hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for joining me in this playful vinyasa practice. I hope that it can help you to find joy. And remember what I said at the beginning of class. If you're having a hard time finding joy or figuring out ways to adapt and bring joy into your life in our newer circumstances, reach out to a friend, to me, to a professional, anyone, because you really do deserve to be happy and joyful. And the world needs the best you to be here. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all very much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day.